What's going on, guys? Muscle Cook Liam Maley here, back with another episode of Muscle Cook TV. Now I've got a special recipe here, brilliant one, really tasty, and it's ideal. You can make it in bulk, you can have it post-workout, you can have it pre-workout, you can make it for the family, you can do whatever. It's our muscle masala meatballs. Now throw muscle in front of it because it's Muscle Cook TV, but these masala meatballs are ideal and they're a brilliant recipe, so we're going to jump right into it. What you're going to need first is about 400 grams of turkey mince. Now you can use any mince you like. The turkey mince is just what I want to use here. I've had a red meat meal today already, so I'm changing up the protein sources. So we're just going to bang that into your bowl. Okay, so that's the meat in here. Now we're going to crack an egg in, whole egg. I'm just going to crack it in. And then we're going to throw in 2 cloves of chopped garlic. And then chop 1 fine chilli and throw that in as well. Now you can use any chilli you like. These are just bird's eye chilies, the green ones. I've kept the seeds in, but if you don't like it too hot, it's okay just to take them out. Now we're going to throw in a little bit of mint, so we're just going to break off tiny little bits of mint and throw it in. We're also going to dress the finished product with some mint as well at the end. It just brings it all together, it's amazing. So we're just going to throw some little bits of mint in here. Okay, then just season it with a little bit of sea salt. We've got some onion powder as well. Great onion powder, really nice flavour with that, so we're just going to pour that in. And then we've got some dried thyme. You can use fresh thyme, it's completely up to yourself. So we'll just add that in as well. And then my favourite, smoked paprika. So we'll just put some in there. Again, just about a teaspoon of each, it doesn't really matter, just whatever your flavour is. So all we're going to do now is just get our hands in and mix it all together. It'll seem a bit liquidy at the start, similar to when we made the burgers before. But you just want to get right in and bring all the meat together and it will really start to firm up. Okay, so that's us got it all firmed up now. We're just going to form it into meatballs. Now it just depends how big you like your meatballs. You just want to form them up, nothing neat about it, and just plop them down onto your plate. So there we go, we've got 16 meatballs there, that's what the mixture's made. So what I want you to do with these is I want you to put them into the fridge for maybe 10-15 minutes. Doesn't seem a long time, but the turkey mince isn't as firm as a lean ground beef, so it just allows it to solidify a little bit so that when you go and brown it off before we put them into our kind of finished meal, that they're not going to like stick to the pan and break up and stuff. So you put these in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes and then we'll go over to the cooker and start putting everything together. Okay folks, there's the pan nice and hot. We've got it really smoking here. You just want to reduce it a little bit, just so they don't burn through, and then you're just going to place them around here for a couple of minutes and just evenly brown them on each side. You're not wanting to cook them through here, all you want to do is generate a little bit of colour, which in turn will generate a great bit of flavour. Okay guys, so there you can see, that's what the colour you want. You want them to be nice and golden, and that's all you want. You still want them to be nice and juicy in the middle, just raw, and then when we put them into the sauce and we give them enough time to cook and let the sauce reduce, they're going to be so tender. So you're just going to do that, that's them nice and brown, pop them to the side, and then we'll get on with the sauce. Okay, now we're getting a nice big pot here. We're just going to put it on medium heat. And we're going to throw in a little bit of olive oil. Now we just want to bring that up a little bit so the heat's there, and then we're going to throw the onions in. So we've got about 1.5 diced onions, and then you're just going to let them cook for about 3 to 4 minutes, just so they start to get a bit brown and start to go translucent, and then we're going to add the other ingredients in. So allow that heat just to build up in the oil and then pop your onions in. Okay guys, that's the onions nice and brown now. So what we're going to add to, oh, I love the smell of onions cooking. What we're going to add to it is a heaped tablespoon of masala paste. Okay, now you'll find this in any supermarket. It's not the sauce, it's not like a curry sauce, it's the actual paste. So it's got a tomato puree base along with all the spices. Now you can make your own, that's completely fine, but the ones in the supermarket generally do have a good ingredient profile. So all we're going to do is turn down the heat and then really mix this into the onions and cook this for maybe another 1 to 2 minutes. So that's been cooking down now for about 1 to 2 minutes. Now what we're going to add is a can of regular chopped tomatoes. Now you're just going to add that in. That is a 400 gram can. So you're just going to add that in here. And you're also going to add in about 300 mils of chicken stock. Now that that's sitting there, what you want to do with this is you want to bring it up to a boil, and then once it's nice and bubbling away, you want to reduce it down to a simmer and just let that bubble away for a good 5-10 minutes and let it reduce down, thicken up, and then we're going to add in our meatballs. Okay, that's just been simmering for just about 5 minutes. Sauce is really starting to come together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our meatballs. Now you're just going to plot them in delicately. And then we're just going to pop this back on, and you want to simmer for about 15 minutes. Look at that bubbling away, guys. That is exactly how it should look. It's been another couple of minutes. As you can see, the sauce is really starting to thicken up and it's really reduced a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the meatballs now because they've had plenty of time to cook. And we're just going to put them in a separate bowl, and then we're going to pour the sauce into a container, drop the meatballs on it and dress it up and get ready to tuck in. Okay guys, that's the sauce ready now. All we're going to do is pour it into a serving tray. Nice and gently, it's nice and thick. Okay, and we've got our meatballs ready here. So we're just going to place these in on top. It's quite hot, watch you don't burn your fingers. There we go. Place this to the side, and then just to dress it, we're just going to add some spinach and just break little bits off, just so you can get the nice vibrant green colour. We want to bring a little bit more mint into the game again, so full leaves, just pop them in. Finally, a couple of flakes of salt. This is sea salt, so they're quite big chunks here, but you just want them on top just to dress it and give it another extra little bite. And then we'll tidy up. And there we go guys, it's our mussel masala meatballs. Now this is perfect, this is going to serve a couple of us. I've just made it for everyone this afternoon and it's ideal. Now you can also make this in like a meal prep type of recipe, so you can make this, double the batch and then just put it into some Tupperware. It's brilliant with rice, it's also great with sweet potato as well. It doesn't take long to make, you're literally just making the meatballs together, then you put the sauce in and just reduce it down for maybe 15-20 minutes once you've got it all done and you're good to go. So that recipe is incredible. We're all going to tuck into it just now and go and enjoy the weekend. So I really hope you enjoyed that. If you did enjoy it, give it a like, give it a share, and come and subscribe to the channel because it allows us to keep making these videos for you. So I hope you enjoyed that recipe. That was the mussel masala meatballs. My name's Liam Mailer. This is Muscle Cook TV, and I'll see you next time.